So I'm going to take you through how I created this flat lay with styling and where I start and where I go from here. First I start with laying down some ribbon, and this is just because once you've laid it, it's really difficult to try and get the ribbon underneath the paper. So I start with my ribbon kind of in a diagonal across the board. I then start with my bigger elements, so bigger pieces of paper like the envelope, if there's a nice written letter or something. And then it's just placing things on the board as your eyes would like to look at it, so it's visually appealing basically. So I start with my whites, my neutral tones, and then I add in the colours. I have these little tiles that I use just to lift the pieces of paper and stuff up off of the board, and this just adds a bit of depth into the style. If you don't have those little tiles, you can always use little bits of Lego like this, say for instance, and it gives it a nice height as well. So sometimes you might even need like a couple of little things to get it a bit higher, and it gives that nice depth underneath. You can see a bit of the shadow, so you can play around with things like that. This one I'm just going to put the one there, so I'm going to use this other one. So I love depth and I love texture when it comes to creating a flat lay. And then it's also really important to structure your colours, so you don't want all one colour tone over one side and then all over the other. You kind of want to mix it up and play around with it to see what looks nice. So I've got some darker tones through here, I've got my other darker tone coming through here, and then my neutral tones as well. And then I've got this other little bits of paper, so it's good just to have extra little pieces so you can add some more just texture or contrast. I think the more texture elements, the better. I love texture when it comes to your styling. So that's probably how I would leave the paper side of this. I quite like that. It'll never be the same. So what you saw when we started off with is probably a little bit different to how it is now, but that's okay. We don't ever want everything to be the same anyway. And then we're just placing little bits as we go. So the little details now. So the little flower pieces. Put that one in there. It's not here, and it's good just twist the ribbon so it falls a bit nicer on the board. And then our little calligraphy pen. So all these little props just make they finish off your design. I love that being up there. Just kind of finishes that little spot beautifully. And see how I'm putting the darker tones? So I've got 3 darker elements and I haven't put them all together. I've kind of put them in different sections of the board. And then we could even put something like that there, the wax as well. And it's just playing around with what looks nice to the eye. And I'd probably leave that there, and that would be beautiful as it is.